Hello. So I just kind of want to do a video about Sebastian. A lot of times I talk about Sebastian in my videos because he truly is the best hero in the game. I've actually done a video about this, like I think last October, so it's kind of an older video now. But it's like one of those things. Like I think a lot of people just don't appreciate like how important Sebastian is to really succeeding in PvP, but also he's really good in PvE settings. Like because there's so many status effects in the game. You need him in adventures. In like campaign, he can be really good. Right, there's some of these campaign adventures where the enemies will use stuns and stuff that are really hard to deal with. Like this one's a good one, the Kraken, Typhoon. Like, right, Sebastian can block those stuns that a lot of people usually die to. Right, and there's just like it's all those things like that. The end of chapter 13, like he can block like that. He blocks all status effects, right? Right, so he's important in the campaign, he's important in adventures, but he's required for PvP. Like if you want to succeed in PvP, you absolutely have to have Sebastian, right? Like if you look at the arena, like you'll see probably a majority of these teams will have Sebastian in them. Right, so 7 of the 10 top 10 teams on my server have Sebastian in the defense, right? And you'll see it a lot in Guild Wars, right? He's just that important, right? If you look at like a Guild War defense, you'll see a lot of Sebastians. Okay, you'll see some that are not, but I mean, he's just that important, right? Right, like I said, like I said, there's not a lot of teams where you really don't want Sebastian. Like there's certain lines, like some Nebula lines can make room for him. But when you don't have Sebastian, you open yourself up to all kinds of status effects. There is, right, like, and I mean like all kinds of status effects like Hark stuns, Thea silences, Isaac silences, Fox blinds and stuns, Kira silences, Ziri stuns, Ziri's taunt, Sebastian blocks that, Sebastian blocks Leanne's charm, Sebastian blocks the energy drain from Jorgen. It's Jorgen's ult that blocks energy gain. Right, it's like, I mean, he just blocks like all these status effects. Most heroes in the game have status effects, right? And not having a hero like Sebastian, right, I mean, you will, like I said, I mean, he blocks even like status effects from pets like Fenris, right, or even Merlin, who has a magic defense debuff, right? Right, corvus block the area of the magic circle thing, but he blocks the Merlin debuff, right? Corvus has a debuff with his ult, right? Like, and all these abilities that are debuffs, right? Sebastian blocks all the debuffs, all the status effects in the game, and there's just, right, it's hard to quantify. Like, if you don't have Sebastian, right, I mean, he's a must-have, like, right, you can get him from here, right, I believe, is he in the Guild Wars shop? Let's see, sorry, valuables, no, he's not in the Guild Wars, he's in the other shop, sorry, I couldn't remember which shop he's in. They added him to one of the shops recently. He's in this shop. Right, he's right here. Like I said, normally I do think saving your certs for artifact coins is the best way to go. But, right, it takes 30 souls to summon him. Like, you know, if you have to spend like 6 certs to get Sebastian, even at 2 stars, he is worth using. Right, I mean, he's just so important. And beyond that, you can use your hero soul chest that you get at the end of every month. Right, on the 28th day of every month. Special events, daily bonus, right? On the 28th day of every month, you'll get one of these, or 2 if you're VIP 10 or higher, right? And use those for Sebastian Soul. Sebastian really is the most important hero in the game, and we haven't even talked about his other ability, right? It's like he actually has a Battle Song ability, which increases the critical hit chance of all of his allies, right? And it's super important to know that this actually works with his artifact, right? His artifact, he actually buffs critical hit for the team. So when he uses his ult, the entire team gets critical hit. So when he uses Battle Stone, he then doubles it. And then he has a striking solo. So when an ally crits, he does pure damage. So like this can be really good. Like if you're using him with like alongside a critical hit hero like Ishmael or something, you know, Ishmael's not that great. Like he can do a lot of damage. I've seen teams where Sebastian actually tops DPS because they're critical hit heroes do get a lot of critical hits, and then Sebastian is able to do a lot of pure damage. And if you, right, in such teams you'd put Albus as his pet, right? You can use 3 different pets. Albus in those teams. Fenris can work sometimes, but since I'm using him in a magic team, a lot of times I just put Oliver on him, just to kind of keep his health up, unless I have Oliver on Aurora, in which case I would switch Fenris onto him. Right, just kind of, right on my Oliver's maxed out patronage. My Fenris is my weakest pet. Well, tied diff with Albus for my weakest pet, right there. Right, these 5 have max patronage. Albus and Fenris are behind. Like, Albus is like the next one I'm going to be working on. But, yeah, no, that's about it. You know, you have to have Sebastian. If you don't have Sebastian yet, like, please get him. Like, he is super important, right? There's just, like I said, he is quite literally the best hero in the game. Aurora is a great hero, Celeste is a great hero, but they're not as important as Sebastian, right? I mean, I do consider, like, him a must-have hero, right? And, yeah, do yourself a favor, get Sebastian. Even if you don't have Sebastian in your main team, you'll still need him for, right, your just to kind of as a counter to bring in for certain matchups. Like, you'll probably use him more often than not, like, right? But even if he's, for whatever reason, you're not using him in your main 5, you still need to have him, right, to bring in against all those other heroes that use those status effects, right? He is that important, and you have, like I said, I mean, he is a must-have hero. Like, do yourself a favor, get Sebastian as soon as you can, or if you haven't yet, get him, right? He is a must-have hero, right? Can't stress this enough. Like, there is no hero in the game who will do more to improve your PvP win rate than having Sebastian. Like I said, I mean, he's just that important. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative. Thank you for watching.